Alright, boys, today is a bit of a weird one. Not something we do a lot in the Grand Cross community, and it's going to be reacting to Nagato's video on why Grand Cross is worse now. Now, I talked to him a lot, so I have an idea what he's going to mention. But I haven't watched the video yet. Like the video, of course, guys. Every time this is, look how quick it is, right? It wasn't like boom, it's like it's that easy. Right, anyway, I'm gonna go watch it.
So,
and then when he says something interesting, you know, I'm gonna give my take on it. I have an idea of what he's gonna take. He's gonna talk about Origin because he keeps like telling me that he's like, oh, ever since Origin, like Grand Cross has no people that work in the game anymore, so it sucks now, blah blah blah. He's gonna talk about it, I know for sure. We're also gonna put on the 1.25. There we go.
Sporadically, and on streams, a lot of people, you know,
yeah, on stream he mentioned it a lot as well.
So much better. What happened? You know, when was it that it all started to go down?
Yeah, global release. Global release. I swear, it just became so much worse. Yeah, it became so much worse. I hope you can hear it well. Let me turn it up a little bit.
But you know, when I look back, I think that there is a clear point to the start of the end, the beginning of the end.
And is that
it's the point where I think to me is when they stop trying as much, but not because, you know, the developers are just lazy. It's just because they're understaffed.
Oh, he's like I said, he has this Grand Cross Origins theory. I'm pretty sure it's a different team though.
Quality of life updates and new, like actually fresh content very regularly. It was one of the things that stood out the game amongst others because Seven Deadly Sins as an IP is very not very up there.
That's cap. Hold on, Seven Deadly Sins is actually a huge IP. And people downplay. I don't want PP. Oh yeah, I was initially gonna record PP. I was like, I'm gonna react. Seven Deadly Sins is like a pretty big IP, all things considered, right? It's just not like Naruto. It's not a big three, right? But it is up there. It is like a classic. People know Seven Deadly Sins, okay? I didn't watch it up until I played the game, and I only played the game because it was so good, which I think he just said as well. Because it was like, it had so many quality of life updates, the gameplay was so unique, you had all these cool animations, like the first guts with these like 3D models that like really went out of their way to do like really cool stuff. Fate Ultimates is what got me. I was like, oh, that's so sick. I thought you could combine all ultimates in the game, but I was wrong. But yeah, I was just like, I was super intrigued. I was like, damn, this game, like, it's so cool and everything. And then I started watching the anime because of that, and I pulled this up too because I was like, I hope you're like, back in the day it wasn't called CC, it was called CP, it was combat points and combat class, you know. Good thing it changed from CP to CC. But I went through, I was like I was like going through it, I was like, this all looks sick, and like the way the aesthetic and everything of the game looked was really cool. And then you see my progress, right? Ungeared PP team, you know, sick, right? 70 was max back then, and then, you know, and then they released Howlix and stuff. We got 80. We got 75 at first, I think, and then it became 80. I was running this team. I was going crazy, you know? I was going crazy. And then this one, it's this team, right? Yeah. My current Merlin team that can beat Extreme pretty easily, right? And that was true. I was actually, like, this team was cucking Merlin. Like, Merlin, like, back in the day, super bosses weren't about, like, what they are now, where you go here, and you're like, you clear, like I've cleared it like twice or something. I actually declared like with a good team now, but now you clear it, right? You get your percentage, and that was it. They introduced it later, which I actually think is still a good idea. But back in the day it was more so just, oh, being able to beat it. That was like, oh wow, like damn, you can beat hell, damn, you can beat extreme. Like when they released it, King was the first one. It was insane how difficult he was, and you need to be a super whale up until people started like figuring out like crazy strategies for it. And the same with this one, not this one, but like after that we had like Gother, then we had Merlin, then we had Meliodas and Elizabeth. That one was crazy. That was really fun. I even have a video on that. Then we had Diane, and then after they kind of started like making them too easy, units became too strong. And then we had Escanor, people complained, and they stopped making difficult ones after that too. It's just, you know, but quality of life stuff they still do, right? We still get a lot of quality of life, not as much as I'd like to. But they do still add stuff, especially when it comes to gear. Like if you, the difference between day one gear and now gear is, you guys on global don't know what it's like. You don't know what early JP gear was like. It was not like, global got the good version, okay? And now we have an even better version. But back in the day, you could only reroll with diamonds, and it was super slow. It was awful. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Specifically, like, that's the reason why I started playing the game. It was not because of Seven Deadly Sins IP, although I did start playing because Ascona came out. He was the only character I cared about in the story, right?
That's fair.
It's because the game was just good, right? That
was
true.
Same here.
Was holding the game.
I made a whole thread about watching the anime afterwards.
Based on big IPs, which just get carried by the IPs for the most part.
He's talking about Dragon Ball Legends.
Decent, but Red Cross was carried because the game was good.
Yeah, it's the opposite. Okay, I'm pausing a little too much, but like people say this all the time, and it's genuinely true. If this was a Dragon Ball game, a Naruto game, a Bleach game, right, like any like big anime, One Piece, whatever, this game would be so stupid big. It would be ginormous because this game is godlike. It's 76, which is again a big IP, but it's not like 76 is not that guy. Okay. Dragon Ball is that guy, right? Like imagine, dude, if this was Dragon Ball, this would probably be the best-selling, like the highest grossing gacha of all time. It wouldn't even have to compete with Fate. It would just get top grossing like casually, like a weekly basis, because it's just that good compared to those games. So yeah, it's just
knows. That's why
anyway.
there's so many original characters. What happened?
That is true.
I think there's
that's why we get the Ragnarok stuff. You know, it's so much character this game.
I say it if you haven't heard it before. Oh, damn it.
Oh.
I forgot.
What's it shown? Oh, right.
Origin is the reason why Green Cross is bad. Genshin Impact is the reason why Green Cross is bad.
Genshin messed up a lot of gachas started trying to be more like Genshin when Genshin came out and it just became this huge thing.
It's conspiratorial, I know.
Genshin, like, say what you want, it's a really good gacha. The end game loop sucks, but for the most part, it's a really good gacha. It's solid. The story is good. People that skip story miss out on everything. Oh, you know what? The best gacha is actually Arknights, baby, right here. Woo!
2020
yeah, I'm just saying.
Is when it all started to go down, and it makes so much sense. Hear me out. Genshin Impact comes out. It was so immensely popular from day one.
Genshin came out 2020. It's been 2 years since. Hold on, no way. Let's go to my channel. It feels like 1 year. Oh, it has been 2 years. Well, this is gonna be 2 years old in a minute. Let's not watch this. Damn. When did it come out? Wait, I did this day 2. I'm too cracked. Right, anyway.
It was insane. If you weren't
that was a fiend. I didn't sleep for a whole week when Genshin came out.
No gacha game except maybe FGO.
Like legit, I know I'm pausing too much, but when I was playing Genshin, if Genshin came out now, and I knew about YouTube, I knew as much about YouTube as I do now, and I would like go for the same grind. I'm telling you, there would have been about 100 times as many people watching this video as they are now. I promise. I would be so huge. I would make this video. I would be a Genshin YouTuber.
It should be honestly like outside of the community of gacha games, FGO was more like, oh, people spend so much money on this game type of thing, right? It wasn't like
FGO isn't huge. It's just like money.
Some people spending money on this game.
And Japanese people just love the children.
It was so immensely popular that it transcended everything.
Yeah.
Like everyone was playing it.
Yeah, Pokemon was playing.
If you had a video game console, if you had a computer, a phone,
yeah, Destiny YouTubers, we all know who started playing it. Everyone started playing it.
September 28th, the game came out, and like around like.
Okay, I actually don't care about this point. I'm going to skip ahead. Is there other stuff?
Origin, because I tell you, like if you go back here and look.
Or is this whole video about?
November of 2020. That's probably still when the good developers work in the game, and they give a free art.
The one? Oh yeah, I agree.
Ever since this banner, the game has not been the same.
I 100% agree. Earlier I wanted to mention that if he's gonna mention the banner, 100% after the one it became worse. We still had look at this, a human double unit banner, cared about a collab, and this was such a good time, and then it just went right. It just went downhill.
Ever since Assault Meliodas, the game has not been the same. 2021.
I 100% actually agree. I 100% agree. This is so true. So true, bestie.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Merlin was, right? The first festival banner that didn't come with a free character. I guess Goddess Liz came with... Was Hawking the banner? I don't think he... I'm not remembering as well.
But it wasn't the banner, you just...
Hawking the first was an L. It was a horrible...
It was horrible. They introduced Super Awakening. That's when I quit. I quit the game when Liz dropped.
Every single banner, festival-wise, came with a free character on that banner that was pretty good. Green Fraudron, he was given for free, and he was in the banner as a side character.
Yeah, Green Fraudron on Lost Vein was really good. Demon Hendrickson was a godsend for King when he came out.
Green Arthur.
Arthur was godlike. Still, yeah.
Right? And then Merlin comes out. There was Denzel.
Hey, my guy is not mentioning the god Demon Hendrickson. Hello?
Denzel was in this awful banner.
Denzel was an awful banner.
There, you know, that banner was so dog shit.
It was free
that
though.
banner was
but,
atrocious.
Yeah.
And then we had the collabs, then Chandler and Zeldris.
And then we had a collab, we had Zeldris, another collab, yep.
That was good, but they didn't give Chandler for free. And, you know, then Purgatory Bond.
Oh, if Chandler was for free, oh, that, yeah. That would have been such a good thing.
Banner lasted 2 weeks. And then Bond came out when Arthur was supposed to leave. So you'd feel ashamed for skipping Arthur for the festival because Arthur was necessary. They did extend the banner. I remember they extended the banner because of that.
People complained.
Listen, after that point, I'm telling you, after like Assault Melee, that's when the game started to become what it is now, or started this path. Ludociel followed up by Kusak on the same month, or like in the span of 2 weeks. These types of things, again, started happening after you start working on Origin. Because a game like this is being worked on for a long time before they even give a trailer, before they even know if they're gonna, have a release date. Now the release date is not really confirmed, but they have it on their launcher, the new launcher for the Marble, 2023. So Origin is coming out next year. I'm very excited for it, but it lives a.
We have a launcher, really?
Annoying
that's not the launcher.
Remark that it's because of Origin they're cross are declining. And they have been talking about they only really made one interview for Origin about like how it's gonna be. They're working quite a lot on this game, and I think the reason why they even made new bosses for Grand Cross.
I didn't know Ragnarok was going to be a part of it, huh? Oh, that's so cool. I was hoping we get Ragnarok as a part of it. That's so good, though.
Has come out after this point, right? I think the only reason why Ragnarok...
Because this is Origins is a sequel to Grand Cross, right? They specifically stated that. It's Grand Cross 2, but Grand Cross still going to run alongside it.
Because they say, right? Yeah, they say that they are they're using Origin as like a basis for the original story in Ragnarok as a basis on their story in Origin. Like they're practicing making original stories with Ragnarok. I think the only reason why they even bothered making an original story for Grand Cross again was because they needed practice for Origin. I'm telling you, I think right now all we're seeing, like these character models they're making, everything they're doing, to me just seems like things they're doing for Origin. Like any new character that comes out, they're gonna use the character models in Origin. They've already shown the trailer, the character models and animations and everything they have for Grand Cross is being transported to Origin. Like these the attacks and everything. Like there's literally there's at the end in the trailer. Yeah. There's the same attack as she does in Grand Cross.
And they have like the same cut-ins and everything too.
So it's like
it is.
That's what I'm thinking all the time when I see a new ultimate animation, when I see a new attack animation. They're popping off his own attack animations. Like Trader Melly has. Honestly, one of the best level 2 animations in the game, I think. His AoE animation is so sick.
His level 3 animation is very cool for the AoE.
On him.
I remember people, when this got leaked,
and
people loved it.
Think that that's not because they want him to have really sick animations for Origin, right? So 2023, the game is going to come out, and what will happen to Grand Cross? I don't know. They say they're going to keep, doing updates for the game. They say they're going to keep it around, but are they going to completely move the whole staff? Because I think, right, all their good developers have already moved. What about the bad ones? They're going to move it as well? Or what's going to happen?
I think Origin isn't going to become this big thing they hope it becomes, and they're going to return to Grand Cross.
It's no secret. I've been
making another Genshin is so difficult. Genshin had so much support going for it, and so much in general just going for it, like being a fresh game and everything. Having the PlayStation whole stream booth thingy and announcement helping them and everything had too much going for it. Grand Cross doesn't really have that. So I think this is still an easier to get into gacha than Origins will be. So I think it will do better.
Maybe other people have a different conspiracy theory behind it.
But that's it. Okay, well, interesting. You see what I usually watch for the most part. Anyway. That's a good video. If he finally made a video on his stupid theory it's not stupid. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. I was hoping that he would just go over what he doesn't like in the game, and I was just like, yep, I agree. Yep. Oh no, I don't agree. I mean, Grand Cross I think still is probably one of the best gacha games. It has its issues, but every gacha has its issues, right? It's just that in Grand Cross, because the game is so good, whenever it's bad or whenever something bad happens or any slight dissatisfactions we have with the game are a lot more pronounced than other games, because in other games they're used to it being bad, so anything that's good, it's the opposite in Grand Cross, right? anytime something's decent in a game, people love the game. Oh my god, it's so godlike. And when it's bad, people are just used to it, right? So they just like Stockholm syndrome, they just defend it. When in Grand Cross, it's usually really good, and everything about the game is still really good. But whenever we get anything that's good, it's just like, oh yeah, whatever, it's Grand Cross. And whenever anything is like remotely bad, it's like, oh, this game is horrible, I'm quitting, oh my god, this game needs to shut down. It was so much better. Like, okay, dude. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. That's it for the video. Yeah, I don't think I have anything more to add. I think his theory and everything is cool. I'm excited for Origins in general. But yeah, that's it. Good job.